Hey guys, it's me, Mr.250, and welcome back to the long, dark Wintermute. So, it's been a little while since we played, and I might sound a little bit different. I'm using the same microphone, but I'm at my parents' house for a couple days. And so, I'm in a different room. There's also a dog here, which may or may not start making noises. If it does, we'll take a short break. But, anyway, I'm trying to remember what we were doing last. I know we rescued a guy that was way up here, and we saw a white stag. So, we're supposed to gather supplies, which I think we're almost done with. We also need to get 2 survivors, and I wanted to do some lake fishing and check out this bunker over here. I think I managed my inventory last time. It doesn't look like I have too many items. Yeah, I don't have too much food. So we should be okay to go and gather supplies. That's revolver. Okay, yeah, we should be good. So I think first thing we're going to do is check out this bunker. Then we'll go ice fishing. Then we'll pick up this person, come back, you know, resupply, do whatever we need to do, and then go back and grab the last person. The other thing I should mention is I cannot see my my Audacity recording like I normally would. So I don't know how loud I'm talking. I did a couple tests before I started just to make sure I wasn't like aggressively loud, but I don't have any real way of monitoring how loud I am, because normally I have a second monitor plugged in. But right now I just have a single monitor. I think I'm also going to close these blinds. Whew. Actually, it's not too bad out here. Let me check. Yeah, it doesn't look like I'm getting too loud right now. So I really just need to, I really just need to close these blinds. Give me a moment. Alright, back again. Sorry. This episode's just going to have some technical difficulties. I'm not really used to recording not in my room that I normally record in. So I don't have my additional monitor for monitoring my audio, and I don't have the same room, and there's a dog that I'm slightly suspicious is going to make a lot of noise at some point. We'll see. But I did really want to play this.
Look for shelter.
We do need something to drink. I did really want to play this. And I actually haven't recorded anything in a little while, so I've actually been wanting to do that for a little bit. Let's see. We'll eat these. I could have done this before we left, but I was a little preoccupied with stuff. There we go. Besides, I have a feeling we're going to be picking up some more food in just a bit once we get over here. Some more food and drink. I'm not as familiar with this side of the map as I am with the other side. The side of the map over here I've explored a lot in the past. Namely because it's near that farmhouse that's really useful, but this side of the map, in normal gameplay, leads to, I think, a new area of map. So I've gone down it a couple of times, but there's not a lot over here normally. I kind of just picked this up from where we left off. I didn't realize my character was so tired. That might lead to some problems. Especially for trying to haul someone across the map. Of course, we could stay in this bunker that we're about to go to for the night. In fact, with it turning dark and I'm wanting to do some ice fishing, that may be the smartest move, is just to stop and sleep. And then tomorrow we can do the ice fishing, which if I'm not mistaken, yeah, I've got my fishing tackle ready. During normal gameplay, there's a whole lot of nothing up here. We're going for this little survival bunker thing, but there's normally not much up here. So I assume this is just going to be like any of the other bunkers we've run into so far. Oh, it's dark. So we're just going to grab what we need. We're going to, of course, grab all the soup. EMRE. We're going to leave the can opener. Not exactly useful. Wow. This final one is, I guess, you know, because they want you to give them a whole bunch of food to survive through the weather, and we've already done that, mostly thanks to all of those airline meals we got, but it looks like they're dropping off a lot of food for you here. And quite a bit of firewood. Now, I think antiseptic might have been the last thing I needed. I shouldn't have picked all that up. Oh well.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Don't need these things. We'll take some flares. They seem to be quite useful, especially considering we can signal survivors with them. And another revolver. We'll take that back with us. Okay. How much ammo do we have now? Oop. 69 plus the 6 in my gun. Wow. That is a lot. Okay, well, since night is coming, like I said, I'm going to manage this inventory. I really don't see the need to have 2 of these. It's extremely unlikely that I'll wear out one. In fact, I would honestly say most of these supplies that I'm collecting I don't need. So, we'll just drop off a bunch of them. But, yeah, anyway. We will come back. What's that? Mobility and warmth. Yeah, not really as good. Although they are ragged. So I guess their stats are going to be a bit lower. Yeah. Nah, we'll drop them. I almost wonder if I should be playing this game on the harder difficulties, you know? It's just... I just don't want to end up in a situation where I get really stuck and then the game gets, like, unfun to play. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to manage this a little bit more, and we'll be back in the morning. Okay, it's a new day. All of our stats are full, and collected a lot of supplies. I think I'm actually going to go drop them off first, because it's just a lot of food, mostly, that I'm holding on to right now. We need antiseptic or old man's beard dressing. There's one, and one more. That's all the supplies we needed for that. Wait. Where'd he go? Oh, he just teleported. He was, like, standing right there. Okay. That's good to know. Okay, so now that inventory has been dealt with, we're now going to go ice fishing. Now, I can't entirely remember if we've done ice fishing during the series before. I feel like I might have done it once, but I'm not really sure. And so, regardless, ice fishing is... I'm sure it's useful, but I've never quite found the point where there was a better return on the energy and the temperature and, you know, everything that you require to do it. Maybe if there was, you know, just like an extreme lack of wildlife around and no supplies to scavenge, but there was a lot of extra wood and tinder and stuff like that, maybe the ice fishing would be a little bit more useful in this game. Like, I could see it being some kind of special survival challenge, maybe? Where, you know, like I was saying, there's no wildlife, and the only real way to get food is by fishing it. That being said, I think it's a little bit better than it used to be. I think it used to be almost useless. Now I think there's a little bit of a better return, but the big problem is that it generally takes a little while to do. So you're using lots of hours in the game. Usually the places you're ice fishing, unless it's pretty warm outside and you're pretty bundled up. Oh, that's a wolf. But anyway, generally it's, you end up losing temperature, so you have to have a fire running while you're doing this. Usually. Also, the holes, I think, will kind of freeze up over time as well, so you have to, like, re-break them open or something like that? I can't quite remember. And so it ends up being kind of a really tedious way of getting food. I like the option being there, of course, but it just... The return seems so low, because it takes, like I was saying, it takes a while. And usually you have to keep a fire running to keep yourself warm during the whole experience. And since it takes a while and you have to keep a fire running, you have to use a lot of firewood, it ends up being a lot of resources for not a lot of food, in my experience. That being said, I haven't really tried it in any of the survival games for quite a long period of time. So maybe they've balanced it a little bit more. Is that just like the sound of my shoes? I think it is. Yeah, I think it's just the sound of my shoes. I was like, what the heck is that noise? I was hearing, it almost sounded like a bear at first.
It'll be useful.
It's a nice picnic spot, isn't it? We're going to take a little bit of firewood with us, just so if I do need it, which I'm, like I was saying, I have a feeling I will. We can keep ourselves warm while we're doing all this. So it's this lonely little pond right up here. I have used this little shack as a little shelter sometimes.
The fire. Hot fire.
Catch a giant fish. Definitely helps warm you up a bit if you're in this shack versus just being out in the middle of nowhere out here. So as you can see, oh, we are actually warming up. That's not too bad. I think we came in here already. Yeah, we did. So we are warming up a little bit in here. That's good. So we're going to break this open. And we are going to try to catch a fish. So let's do it for 2 hours, see what we get. Kind of small, not our giant fish we're looking for. Okay. And the fish are interesting because you can't eat them raw, just like most of the food in this game. But you want to cook them to keep from getting sick. However, I think cooking them like halves their calories, or at least it used to. I don't know if it still does. Alright, another small fish. I don't believe there's a way to like bait or anything, if that makes sense. You can't put bait on your hooks. So as you can see, we've just spent 4 hours in game fishing. We've gotten 2 small fish, which are, I would say, cooked probably close to 400 calories. Oh, did my fishing tackle break? Did I miss that? I guess it did. That is highly disappointing. I didn't think I'd need to bring a second one. Alright, well. Maybe we'll just move on and grab that survivor. We're gonna cook this fish first, though. That's the other thing. These little huts have these little tiny stoves in them, so they only...
Oh, yeah.
You only get one cooking slot. I guess it must have broken. That's highly disappointing. I think that was, like, decent condition. It might have even been 100%. Let's see. Okay, so it doesn't look like it went down in calories, actually. That's good. I think they changed that from before. I don't remember. I remember before they would have the calories when you cooked them, which kind of sucked. Yeah, okay. That's a little different. That's better, though. I'm glad they changed that, because that definitely made fishing very not fun when you just lost all those calories from that. Yeah, okay. And you know what? Since I've got a little bit of fire left on here, I actually want to... I want to make some coffee. Should probably be able to get one more done. There we go. So I'm guessing you just have to keep doing that. I don't know, maybe we'll come back. I'll think about it. But maybe you need to bring a couple of fishing lines and hooks and stuff with you, rather than just one. I guess I should have thought of that. I didn't think about it. Like I said, I do fishing so infrequently, I don't even know what, like, the normal rate for the fishing lines breaking are. So anyway, the day is coming to a close, though, so we probably want to finish up what we're doing in the next couple hours. We need to find where this survivor is. Now, we are within the circle. I need to get to a slightly better spot where I can see a little bit more from. Right, this was that survivor that, or not survivor, that we found when we were doing that one quest earlier. I kind of thought he might be in this little rocky outcropping. Well, regardless, we can use this rock up here as a good spot to sort of see where to look. There we go. It's in that direction. I was gonna say I heard it, but I didn't actually see it. About that direction or so. And these two should be much easier than the other guy, where we basically had to go across the entire map to get him. Okay, I think we're gonna do another one, just because there's a lot of stuff around here and I'm not exactly sure where he's gonna be. Okay, I was off a little bit. I do really like that mechanic of using the flare gun for an actual, like, you know, distress or notification purpose. Here we go.
Stay calm. I'm right here.
How's it going, fellow survivor? Hope you don't need that can of peaches, because they're mine now. Okay, let's see. What do you need? You're dehydrated. Got some water for
I've
you.
done what I can.
And we're really not that far away, so I'm not that worried. I guess we'll drink some coffee, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. We'll probably be fine.
Only one way.
We're gonna head this direction. Actually, we could even cut it a little bit and get on the other side of the bridge. That might not be a bad idea. Yeah. We'll head for the other side of the bridge. And this one really shouldn't be as long, especially considering that I'm not heavily overweight like I was last time, which made it take about twice as long as it needed to. We are still gonna skip it though, unless some wolves come attack, because it's just gonna be kind of boring otherwise. Alright, we made it without any wolf encounters or anything interesting happening. It was a far easier body haul, whatever, I don't know what you call it. Far easier trek for us than last time. Last time, I think it was probably at about half speed. And it was across the entire map, so
much warmer.
That was far less painful.
Hang on.
So we gotta find an empty bed for him to lay in. The problem is there's so much crap on the floor. Here we go. I can't tell where the bedrolls are at.
I'm gonna check you over.
Alright, so he's good. And I guess tomorrow, it's kind of out of our way, but I really want to catch the big fish, you know? So I will have to find some other fishing tackle or potentially make one. I might have to do that. And then tomorrow I'm going to give it another shot and we'll grab the last person as well. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Oh hey, we're having another Aurora event. It's like, what's that weird crackling noise? Let's go out and take a look and see how the town looks under the Aurora event. I'm sure there's quite a few more lights around this area, actually. Oh yeah. It's so cool. I just love it. Anyway, I know once you've seen it once, it's not as neat the second time, but I still like it a lot. I like looking at all the lights, and that weird buzzing sound's kind of strange. I think it's a really neat aesthetic feature of the game. So I just realized something, this isn't actually a bedroll.
I have to carry you.
So he's not actually down. Well, this is a bedroll. This is my bedroll. This is not one of the preset ones on the ground that I'm supposed to set him on.
Get some rest now. You need it.
Because you're not supposed to be able to diagnose them after they're in the right spot. I only figured this out when I'm trying to find my bedroll in here, and then I'm like, oh, he's laying on it. Oh, he's not actually in the right spot. Whoops. Alright. A new day. We've got some warm food. Well, some warm coffee, I should say. I'm ready to get started now. One thing I will say. How do I get out of here? The other thing is that I don't actually remember where the closest workbench is. Which I need to make that fishing tackle. I found a fishing tackle in my pile of stuff. But I'd like to make a few more. You know, just seeing that one broke after only a couple hours. The closest one that I know of would be this Pleasant Valley outbuilding, which is very, very close to where we're actually trying to go. But I don't know if I really want to get started with that, like, right off. You know, if I'm wanting, like, it's kind of out of my way to go to the pond. Which is kind of annoying, but it's the closest one that I can think of. I've got a feeling that there's probably another closer one, I just can't remember it. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll just leave the fish thing alone, because I don't even know what we're going to get from the fish. We're going to get a big fish. That's what we're going to get. I don't know. Maybe if they're like, hey, before the storm comes, we have to get you to do this one last thing, and it happens to be nearby, maybe I'll do it, but... Like, realistically, what am I going to get out of the fish thing? I'm going to get a fish... Maybe they'll give me, I don't know, a recipe to make fish pants. Like, I don't know. So, I don't know. I think we're just going to skip it. But since it is so close, I am going to go ahead and make the fishing tackle. Just because I don't want to... If the opportunity comes up to actually do it, I don't want to miss it because I don't have the tackle already made. So we're going to run in here, make the fishing tackle. Then we will go out to the birch forest where we keep seeing that bear roaming around and try to find our guy.